One change for Sri Lanka, debutant in Chamindu Singh. No, we've already seen him. He's bowled a decent first over. 4 changes for India. Changing things around, giving everyone an opportunity. You also might see a few changes in the batting order.
The Indian side is loaded with his young, batters, Rinku Singh, Shivam Dubey. You can see him come up the order, especially when the spinners are operating. Although he's worked very hard on his skill set against space bowlers. So one can see those kind of changes.
Mahesh Deekshana gets it on the full. Now one thing's for sure, India like to sweep. You can't miss it because they're very good at playing it.
I think all the batsmen have been using the sweep shot to their advantage in this series. It seems to me that's a game plan on this pitch in particular, that they believe that's a method of scoring. Question I have for you though, Russell. Dasun Chanaka opened the bowling, maybe in that second T20I, to get through an over to allow some options. Wickramasinghe on debut bowled a very good first over there. Would you give him another over? Or is that enough stop back to the...
Cracked. That was tossed up. It made sure he got a big stride in and not too close to the ball.
He plays such shots with so much of ease. Jaiswal, as if he knows where to hit such deliveries. Again, creates some space, finds the gap, in control all the way. That's the first boundary in this innings for India.
Tries to fold the off spinner. I would give him another though. I thought that was an over where he got the ball to move. But yes, the thought process is if you can get a bit of movement, wobble, get through a couple. Deekshana is an attacking option at this particular stage. Good with the new ball, gets it to go in the air. Unfortunately, Pathirana is good at certain phases only. He's got enough, he's got enough. Maybe outfield, but it'll run away.
There's aggression from Yashasvi Jaiswal once again, and that's why he's been such a fine opener for India. His strike rate always above 160, 165, and is willing to take on one of the most effective bowler from the Sri Lankan side. That's Deekshana.
I know it's tough for spinners in the power play, but looking at the speeds, Deekshana, that one up over 100 kilometres an hour. We've seen in the series spinners who are happy to slow it up, get a little bit more turn, or can just sit in the pitch a little and stop and bounce as well, but he continues to bowl fast, not a lot of spin.
Is that straight? Is that straight? He's played in, come on! I did mention, when you're playing the sweep, you've got to make batters, they take the chance. They're usually very good at it. This time, Jaiswal misses. The third umpire will have a look at that.
To the umpire to director, we have a clear review for LBW. The on-field decision is out. And check the fade. It's a fair delivery. Please start the front on speed vision. Front on speed vision coming up. Appears to pass close to the bat. Give me alternate space to confirm whether there is any bat involved. Alternate coming up. Roll it. Keep rolling it. Pass the gloves. It's a flat line when the ball passes the bat. Confirm no bat involved. Ball tracking very straight, please. Ball tracking coming up. Orientation is out. Line. Wickets hitting. Give me the on-field out. Ravi, you can stay with your orientation of out. I will let you know between now. You can make a signal.
Yeah, that looked dead. Then not, you cannot miss it. Indian batters rarely miss a sweep shot. This time Jaiswal, he misses, so he goes for 10. It's 11 for 1 after 2.
काफी बाल झड़ रहे भैया एक एयर फॉल वाला शैम्पू
ओए शैम्पू लगा रहा है ये चूना हेयर लॉस से कम तक आपको तो बाहर के प्रोडक्ट्स नहीं पूरा ट्रीटमेंट लो ट्राई ट्राया एक फ्री हेयर टेस्ट लो किट खरीदो और बस 5 महीने में रिजल्ट देखो नहीं तो पैसे वापस बाल कराने को बोला था कुछ नहीं
93% saw results. Download Traya app.
in at 3. Great opportunity for him.
And it will be another over for Wickrama Singh too, so I'm with you. Great decision. Positive captaincy. That is in this position. A record that doesn't befit the talent that he has, averaging just 20. His opportunities have been a little bit infrequent. Just speak that wicket. Just mention how at times he can get too quick. 102 kilometres an hour, that boundary, slowed it up. 10 kilometres an hour slower, the next delivery picks up the wicket. He's a smart operator. Dictionary.
And again, using him at the right time with the new ball in the power plays where he's most effective. I feel that Sanju Samson, if he can get one good knock, that run of consistent games might come his way. Fulfill his talent.
Guys, Jaiswal took the calculated risk, misses it completely. And the first blow for Sri Lanka here by Thikshana. Getting back to Sanju Samson. It's been a strange story for him. Made his debut, if I remember correctly, way back in 2015-16. That also in Zimbabwe as a young wicketkeeper batter.
Rakesh, short of the Patirana correction.
And since then, has there seldom opportunities on a race with Sanju Samson. Last game against the same bowler, Thikshana, was unable to pick from the release, sharper delivery, wicket off the wicket, deceived Sanju Samson in between bat and pad and was costly.
This is just his third appearance for India batting at number 3. His record at all T20s at number 3 is very good, averages 36 at 130. Has 300s in that. I love what Gautam Gambhir and Surya Kumar Yadav are doing by giving players opportunities.
Comes at the bowler because there's not enough pace, and the first 2 deliveries, if you notice, got in hard hands. He was through the ball early.
I also think it shows the lack of pace in this pitch, how dry it is, how slow it is.
Yeah, he's not had a good run at all. 3 ducks in 2 balls in the last 3 appearances for Sri Lanka. If you go back 5 innings, he's got 12 runs. Only a total, facing 19 balls. In the middle order, you just can't afford that, because that's where the games are won or lost. That's when Shanka left out and Champu Vikramasinghe makes his debut. He sliced that, that's the point. Taken. Sanju Samson's gone again, and a wicket for Vikramasinghe. A first for him.
The 2 big wickets here for Sri Lanka and a brilliant start for them. An area of concern which they have rectified so well in this T20 international. Didn't come the wicket of Jaiswal, and this time around is Sanju Samson. Was eager to get going, was under a little bit of pressure. Goes for the big shot, does not connect well. The thickish outside edge. High in there, Hasaranga judges it to perfection. Takes a very good catch. Hasaranga, and that's the first wicket for Vikramasinghe. Well done and many congratulations.
Well, they're getting the breaks they need. They're picked up too. Sanju Samson, he gets it done. 4 ball done. 12 for 2.
काफी बाल झड़ रहे भैया एक एयर बॉल वाला शॉट
ओए शैम्पू लगा रहा है ये चूना हेड लॉस से कम तक करता हूँ तो बाहर के प्रोडक्ट्स से पूरा ट्रीट ट्राया एक फ्री हेयर टेस्ट लो किट खरीदो और बस 5 महीने में रिजल्ट देखो नहीं तो पैसे वापस बॉल बनाने से पूरा
93% sold at the download trial app.
Good to see Singh at 4.
Yeah, big fan of this. Said for a little while back, dating back to the IPL, he's a very, very good genuine batsman. And he'll probably be pigeonholed as a closer, so a good chance for him.
Gets a hand to it, Pratima Saren. The same. Leans into it nicely. He's off the mark. It's 13-15.
Who's had 2 ducks suffer. He's a little bit like Shipman Gill to me. He just needs a few deliveries to get going, and then he just explodes. Look at that record, what you see. I thought he should have been in there World Cup squad.
Oh, that's slower. Buckets in there. Who's getting underneath it? Bucket the outside. Big taxi. Fielders coming in from everywhere. But Matirana, he owned it. The slowness of the deliveries from Tikshana. That's the reason why he's picked up these 2 wickets. First it was a Prithvi Jaiswal, this time on the left hand. Rinku Singh, he wanted to go out, stepping out, but not in control at all. High in there, Matirana does well. He calls for it, he takes it gleefully in there. 3 gone for India. 2 left-handers and then Sanju Samson. Rinku Singh goes back for 1, is 14 for 3.
काफी बाल चल रहे हैं भैया एक एयर बॉल वाला शॉट
ओए लगा रहा है ना हेडों से कम बाहर के प्रोडक्ट से ट्राई ट्राया एक फ्री हेयर टेस्ट किट फ्री और बस 5 मिनट रिजल्ट से नहीं तो पैसे वापस बहुत मेहनत हो गया
93% satisfaction standard tire
Yeah, plus 3 now. Surya Kumar Yadav, the captain, is out there. You reckon he was always slotted at 5, or the fact that wickets have fallen? He's put himself in.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he was originally 6 or 7, but just the calm influence. He's batted so well in this series. He's led from the front. You love seeing the captain.
This actually a great opportunity for Sri Lanka. Now the Indian main batters, Surya Kumar Yadav in India struggling in this game, 8 for 3. They can just get rid of Surya Kumar Yadav. Look at his average phenomenal. His strike rate 169. He's arguably one of the top batters in T20 cricket. If only they can destroy Surya Kumar Yadav, that'll do them a world of good.
I think it's been very good bowling. Pratima picked up a wicket of Yashasvi Jaiswal, where the previous delivery dropped his speed by 10 kilometres an hour. And it happened in the last over as well for Rinku. That one he dropped 7 kilometres an hour. It was well out in front. For India as well, they had to be a little overconfident. Not allowed themselves to assess conditions. A lot of dry pitch in the first 2 games. And you can see already that it's not coming onto the bat too much, but they've been so aggressive.
Is it that well? That's 4. Time, slow. You're joking. Surya Kumar just flicked that for a wonderful boundary.
But it was along the ground by and large. I know it was very just, but the 2 batsmen dismissed, Sanju Samson and Rinku, both looked to power the ball higher into the air. He was happy to keep that along the ground, to take the risk
hit it, he knew he blocked the gap well enough.
I think the biggest ability of Suryakumar Yadav, especially against spinners, and also mystery spinner like Tishan or spinners like his is the ability to read the ball. As soon as the ball is released from the release, if he's able to pick it, and then Suryakumar Yadav can always play shots in the gap.
Eight and a wicket off the fourth, it's 21 for 3.
Start for India. 3 wickets lost inside the power play, which is 2 more overs to go. Jaiswal, Samson and Rinku all back in the shed. Skipper devoting himself to number 9 today, but still inside the power play. Off centre back. Good boundary in the previous over. What a start it's for young charming to Pratima Saren. Reserves left alone as I welcome Pratima Saren and Parvez Maru.
Yeah, it's a good start for Sri Lanka, and particularly love the discipline we've seen in young Pratima Saren. At the start of the first game, you remember Sri Lanka was playing bowlers in any favor. They were bowling off lines, they were bowling with a lot of weight. Here, it's a far more controlled spell.
Switch for Pratima Maru. Bit double pace. First one was Jaiswal, was dismissed with a sweep after a couple of boundaries. But it just felt like both Sanju Samson and Rinku Singh were a touch early in their shots. By going straight up in the air.
Hello, Avi. Good afternoon for all our viewers. It's sticky for sure. Understandably, there's so much rain been happening around Pandakale and Kandy especially. But Europe wouldn't have much time to prepare. That's why straight away Chalaka Salanka did enough information on the ball first. And all Rishi told these young man, just 22 years old, new ball being given against 240 players, Jaiswal, and setting the tone boundary. He's missing in this situation. Power play has played so much runs, young runs in. From the first ball, he's been brilliant.
It's not like he's express pace, but it's been extremely accurate. In the air, an opportunity, the keeper running back, just evades him. Couple of runs for Shubman Gill. He was had hard to come up there.
Very nearly, Vikram Singh had his second man. He bowled extremely well. And I can tell you that he's just been to MRF. He's been on a scholarship. So he's obviously enjoying the fruits of it. And a good LPL. Well done. And here he is.
Heading in line this time around, easy pickings for Shubman Gill. That will be his first boundary.
Probably the only poor delivery in this spell by coming to Vikram Singh. Halfway down the leg side and Shubman Gill quality player. Anything loose. This time to pace. Still a rich up to Vikram Singh. He's fast. When he started his career was opening the batting for his 4G. Even like ranking levels, he did open the batting. What a story has been. Not a career. This is opportunity. This is important game for Sri Lanka.
Still swing on offer. A good span from Vikram Singh, 5 overs, 28 for 3.
last game when wickets fell in no time. Felt the captain would have been ideal. Beautiful bowling. Went the other way after the Fernando. He's an honest, typical seamer who bowls with the new ball, bowls with pace. He's just settled into a role where he bowls between the 10th and the 20th. There is definite assistance for the medium pacers. The previous one just went away. Second delivery just jagged back. That's what Fernando brings to you. Someone who doesn't relies on seam bowling. It's a bit more, as Roshan said, honest strike. Keep running into you. It's important. He's the back of the left. Keep saying about it. Fast bowlers, these kind of pitches, it's very important to hit the back of the left. He's a role athlete. We'll give you his all. First and the last ball of a test match, he will run in and bowl almost the same pace. He's earned his strike playing in the T20. Picking up those singles, Shubman Gill just the one boundary, just been tap and run. Just respecting the conditions, India trying to recalibrate. Doesn't look like a 200 circuit. We need a partnership here. One of the things you've seen of Fernando today is the line he goes, the tight line. Look at where India is at the moment. In that first game, if you remember, it was a little bit wave and short and a lot of weight. But here, you see that he's tightened that line a lot. Going more wicket to wicket. All round the order, or make the fourth a quick order, and not giving that pick, which is commendable. So he's also using the seam conditions, and the ball has been moving around. There's 2 runs on the final over, the power play. It's been good from Asita Fernando so far. You can't keep that shot too long, but there's the fielder right there. Deep fine leg position to perfection. And Surya Kumar Yadav's strength turns to weakness, and India runs the fourth. I'd like to give that credit to captain. He had the square leg very square. Usually when you have a short fine leg, square leg can be very, very square. This time it's fine. The option was right by Surya Vidal. About 5 leg was in the circle. Got the high of the bat and one into Masaranga takes it. The start that Fernando gave for Sri Lanka in this over, he's been rewarded with a big wicket. The Indian skipper, Surya Kumar, gone for 8. India, very good. India in some serious trouble now, 13 for 4 as Shivam Dube walks in for his first hit of the series. Usually comes on at the middle overs, spin hitter. Powerful play the entire World Cup. Had 2 players who played today. Last over, India, Zimbabwe, Shivam Dube was man of the match. Washington Sundar was player of the series. Obviously has set the tone with his opening spell. A very impressive stance. Always the strike rate. The strike rate has been brilliant. I mean, he's brilliant in Indian middle order. Love the way the Sri Lankan open bowlers look to set that tone of wickets. Excellent power play, take pressure. And now Asita Fernando coming in and getting that massive scalp.
Asita Fernando to end the power play. Sri Lanka on top here, 20-4. That set the story for India. 20 dots, just 4 fours. The umpire signals the post power play overs. This is great from Sri Lanka. Chamindu Wickramasinghe getting the first 4 overs on the trot.
Start off with Chamindu Wickramasinghe bowling 4 overs on the trot. This was the wicket of Suryakumar Yadav. That's the shot placed over this occasion. Pratima Saren got the man right in the place. Extra bounce was the undoing of Suryakumar Yadav. The man played it as we expected. Chamindu Wickramasinghe just 22 a row. This field right is split up, holding the ball cross seamer. Initially, every delivery was seam up, trying to steal away or hit the seam and hit back to the right hander. First ball should come in, holds it cross. Shows him in touch of Lanka.
And this is great for Sri Lanka cricket. He's been absolutely accurate on the money and the surface. No width on offer like the first couple of games. And you're talking about the crossing delivery for base.
These kind of slow pitches is a good option to have. Never know when one might keep a little low skid on with the batter. This is good stuff. Young man using his style to up. He understands this kind of service. That's a wicket taking ball for me. An option as well.
Off the mark, Shivam Dubey. His 4th delivery. A lot has been mentioned about his trip to Chennai, my hometown. There's another bowler as well who bowls just like Malika, has the surname of Malika. Ishan Malika was there. They trained really well for 3 months. Some fabulous batting pitches there as well. Once the great Dennis Lilly comes over, they all bowl bouncers. So it's never a fun time as a batter. So you pick and choose when you go there. He's been great, Chamindu Wickramasinghe. It's been all Sri Lanka so far. Wickramasinghe opening the bowling. Tikshana getting the first breakthrough. Asita Fernando getting rid of Suryakumar Yadav. Second up, Sanju Samson. Failure for Rinku Singh. AC pumped up at the moment. Head coach Saran Jayasuriya running to Hasaranga was animated as well.
Sri Lanka needed this, especially after the first 2 games under so much of pressure. And they needed to come back, stronger. This is a great reply. And no subject of Chamindu Wickramasinghe like, no, he's just playing the first game and shouldn't really talk too much ahead. But see, as far as he's concerned, that's the player that Sri Lanka is looking for. Whether it be Chamindu Wickramasinghe or somebody. Because in the NPL, he was seen to be a big hitter. He didn't bowl much. But here, he's starting with a new ball and bowling 4 overs. What can he offer in the back?
In the middle, comes in. Excellent effort from Patirana. Definitely saves 2. What a spell from Wickramasinghe. 4 overs, 1 for 17. India 35 for 4. Excellent stop from Mandisha Patirana in the knee. But those 2 runs weren't as valuable or aren't as valuable as his 4 overs for this Maru.
Looks like he's just letting Sanjeev of the physio jar his shoulder. It's been a while since Abhish Pandit has been having this problem with carrying on playing with some injections. You have noticed not throwing 100% from the outfield as well as from the infield. This is a major change in Sri Lanka. This is specialized dead ball, not even balls in the lower motion, which are plus something that finished 2 to 3 overs in the use of the throwers. Now, all of a sudden, that situation came in Chavandre Kunsi got the ball down. They had was only the second over. 2 overs of 10 overs. This is one place Sri Lanka, they need to keep picking up wickets to stay in the game and reduce that pressure in the death overs.
Well, Sri Lanka would hope that they get into the lower order of India. So, just happy to lunge around for singles, Shubman Gill. He's not good days at all. Let's hope he's all right, but he seems to be holding on to that shoulder. This is what happened. He was sort of the job that earned the applause of Jonathan Vikramasinghe, but he certainly felt the pain straight away. Vishnu Fernando, I believe, is the substitute. Another young player who did extremely well in the recent Lanka Premier League. Pretty unfortunate not to be in this starting 11. Sri Lanka, by conceding with a positive critic rather than a negative critic. That's usually the ploy against Shivam Dubey. He does enjoy the shorter ball.
I'm sure Sanaji Surya Charaka Salanka, DNIC coach, if you may say, with the team Jaya Mubarak would have had, as you say, in this how to attack Shivam Dubey. That's correct to say, David. Most of the opposition around the world target Shivam Dubey with the bouncer, but most of them overdo it and becomes predictable. It's these kind of players, bouncer has to be used correctly and properly.
Well said. Because that's where Shivam Dubey's resurrection as a batter all-rounder gives himself room. Another diving stop from Hasaranga, and he saved 2 again. Sri Lanka have been brilliant on the field today.
Hasaranga in particular has been on fire. He's been running around, he's been holding on to catches, another great effort here. Look at how he gives himself room, creates the wicket.
Spectacular effort from Manindu Hasaranga. 2 catches already. Seems like he's a man on a mission today. Sri Lanka have come out all guns blazing after winning the toss. Just 4 boundaries so far. Could be 2. And Shubman Gill does get back quite easily. Chamindu Vikramasinghe exceptional with the new ball.
Yeah, he was third most economical spell on debut for Sri Lanka in T20s. Named the emerging player of the tournament. ELPL scored 186 runs and picked up 7 wickets. And most importantly, played some important knocks. Some games won the toes as well, especially the last over for double run strikers. Though they missed out, they played with the wooden spoon. That man on screen was the man that everyone put their eyes for.
Another ball for 2. Played off the back foot. We're doing this well, India. 3 2s in the over. Story Chamindu Vikramasinghe getting his cap from Sana Jayasuriya. Just 4 to 5 weeks ago, he must have been so disheartened. Not being picked up in the LPL draft, and then comes back months later. What a great game this is. It's turning out for Sri Lanka. bowling a wonderful spell with the new ball. Wide. Wide signal.
Well, Sri Lanka will have to be mindful of this. So far, they've been good, just 2 wide. They've got to be disciplined. Yeah, they are. Swansita Fernando too has really been good today. 1 for 10. He's been jumping with his line and length. Haven't seen that knuckle ball, which I thought he overdid it that last game. Sri Lanka bowling generally has been very, very respectable. For 16, for Deekshana Wickramasinghe, a very fine spell, 1 for 17. Last ball of the over.
Nicely done. 9 runs coming off that over. 44 for 4 update.
Brilliant start. 44 for 4. Sri Lanka would be over the moon with what they have done so far, considering who they have dismissed. Now, one of the issues here, as far as I could see, is about the death bowling. You can just see Matisha Patiruna going off the field. Now, he is such a vital dog in the second 10 overs. Ramesh Mendis comes on into his 4th game. So that is going to be an interesting area to keep an eye on. What is that Kasalanka's strategy going to be?
Yes, for sure, and he'll have to figure out the second option if Patirana cannot come back. But the hardy young man, Natisha Patirana, they might have received a little bit of a jolt, but I don't think it will be too serious. Hopefully he will come back. If not, I'm certain that Sri Lanka will have other options in mind. Asita Fernando is big on well. He's got 2 overs left. He might be he had back to the city as well. Oh, he's done with his bowling. Beg your pardon. Mahesh Deekshana also goes in the deck, so certainly another option.
I can tell you one thing, Saran Jayasuriya, he's someone who's played with a lot of players. So I'm sure he's going to force Matisha Patirana. There's not a chance to get him to get on the field and bowl. Is there a possibility of Saran Jayasuriya coming to the team? Now, Roshana,
Don't drive that out.
no, that's nothing beyond him. But this is a wonderful performance from the Sri Lankan bowler so far. I think that one thing that really can be highlighted is the performance of both the young seamers, Wickramasinghe and Fernando, both of them. Impeccable in the line and length. On a serve like this, which is not so conducive to batting or that fluent stroke play that we've been accustomed to, they've been brilliant. That's it. Ramesh Mendis got the greatest delivery, but it doesn't matter. There was a bit of a juggle for Kusal Mendis, but India still figured it down, and that's Dubey.
When it rained, it was outside the off stump. Looked like he held up with the wicket just a bit. You could hear that nick almost here in the dressing room. The second blow, Ramesh Mendis picks up his first wicket in his first over. Against the 6th-inning big fish, Shivam Dubey. He goes. The 13 of 40 deliveries, India are in a spot to good bother. In fact, more than one. 48 for 5.
The Indian side out for 48 in the 9th over. Starting to see some turn. Pace is important. Ramesh made it anyway. He took a lot of risks as an off-spin bowler. We've seen him getting some response off the surface. We've seen that he appears to be getting a little bit stuck in the pitch most of the time. Rinku Singh's wicket was a very good example of that, where the button hand came into play straight away. Look at that, what about that?
Well, we were talking about this as I went and had a look at the wicket today, and it was really, really dry. In fact, almost dusty. Young Riyad Barar, 4 innings, just 31 runs. Early days, batting down the order, not at his best position. Testing times for him, gets off the mark.
I think the overcast conditions, Roshan and Bobby, with the wickets under cover. That is why we see the wicket behaving in this manner, so mischievous at this stage. A British outside in and good work behind his stance. Big deflection, you need to watch the ball as it comes off the bat, and he did that so well. This attackiness that we see here is because of that down the leg side again. Good ball by the wicket keeper. He's covered all the angles very well.
I suspect that this is going to be obviously a low scoring game. I think anything around 140, 150 will be a good score on this wicket, given the nature of this wicket.
Slightly slow. They want two here, and they're running well. Brilliant running by the Indian batters. And a direct hit. I think he was in. But all the direct hit, yes, you see. Never going to take any chances with the umpires today. The umpire will take any chances. The umpire will run out. She said that they said should be the best side of it. Back off one. Throw off one. Quality. Okay, as quickly made his job because it becomes a good invitation for the giant screen. So that was the easy decision. India 53 for 5. Pratima Saren gets introduced a little bit later than usual, and this could be because Pratima is still not absolutely sure of coming on. So Pratima Saren is looking at the options.
Yeah, you can see the ball sticking into the ground there, not coming through. It has been the nature of the wicket this entire innings so far. Interesting to see if, even if Pratima does come back into field of play, if he'll be allowed to bowl immediately, because it's not an external injury, it's an internal injury. So there might be another thing that they will have to contend with Sri Lanka.
But look at what Sri Lanka has achieved so far, and all this is without Pratima. 55 for 5, strong Indian batting lineup. Surya Kumar Yadav back to the hub. Rinku Singh was promoted. That's what happened with Pratima. Brilliant effort, managed to save some runs. Then he has injured his shoulder. This kind of performance should actually invigorate the Sri Lankan side in such a big way. Huge confidence for them.
This is clever cricket, these two. This is how he felt. He left the field with the physio. And just jarred it a little bit. Can feel uncomfortable. Perhaps just icing it for that 14-15 minutes. That is still the score for most cricketers. Then he'll come back on. Very clever by the Indians. Try and push for two. Mendes on the bucket there. This is interesting. You need to get those singles. Make sure you don't lose back-to-back wickets. interesting.
See, looking at Vanadu Hasaranga's pace, generally in the mid-80s to the high 80s, but you could see that he's dropped it here. He's searching for something, and it's what he's looking for. He's searching for something off the pitch.
He certainly is. Bowling slower through the air. That means a little bit more revs on the ball, which brings a little bit more purchase off the wicket. So more turn has been five the last boundary for this Indian team, which is rare in these times. Tucks it away opposite again within the square for another single. The end of the over, 59 5 after 10.
At the halfway stage, India 59 for 5 with the current rate 118. Well, what about this? Now, Marcus Martirina, this is what I think Robin was talking about the icing. And that's exactly what he's doing. Now, the question is, how long will he go on with the icing? 15 minutes, you said, right?
30 minutes is minimum, and once the 30 minutes are done, then they'll give it another 10 minutes to kind of let it go and see if there's some blood flow back through that area which is injured. And then if he's a little bit, if he's pain free, then he probably will come out again, bowl again. That will be the umpire's perspective on if it's an internal or external injury, and he'll be allowed to bowl or not. Hazaranga is also finds himself in the dugout at the moment. It's perhaps just the low break.
Down the ground, that's ball. I think a boundary after quite a while. After 33 balls, that's a very long time.
Very rare in anything. Was pitched right up in the over pitch, error in length, and Riyan Barak, it's full goal, straight down the ground, oozing confidence in that shot.
That's the length he generally goes. He tends to bowl quicker, just back of the length. Doesn't go full, he doesn't look to loop it. When he looped it, that's the price he had to pay because it was slightly over pitched. If you looked at what he did, not the wide, but generally the length slightly back and around the off stump. And at say 90 to the high 80s.
A swipe on the leg side. Will come back to 2. He has been holding one end out here. Shubman Gill will have to bat through. I think I can get anywhere close to the 130, 140 mark. Don't have wickets in hand, which means that one of these two kids have to bat through the innings.
Shot 2 wickets for him. Asaranga was economical. The only over is bowled so far. Mendes picking up that wicket. And for the spinners, the biggest difference is the way they have bowled today. They have lessened down their pace, and that is why they're able to get some kind of focus.
The way Asaranga feels for everything that hits the bag, seems like all the bat is bleeding the water. And in the last, they're going up for it. Wow. And Scott me surprised.
TV umpire director, we have clearly moved for maybe Gandhi. Not finished, he's not out. I checked the field, it's a fair win. Confirm no batting ball. Ball kicking management, please. Okay, coming up. The orientation is not out. G9, impact outside. If you don't feel umpire, run against take it on a decision, please. And let me know when you're screen. Don't screen up, can make you signal. I don't think that will be. Never look down.
I can safely say in this series, Hasaranga's reviews have been pretty poor.
In the end, good football there by Shubman Gill. They still have batting left in this Indian lineup. They have Vashi Sundar after this. But this is such a crucial phase of the game. Both these batters here, Shubman Gill and Riyan Parag. Riyan, I've always maintained, has done well in the domestic season, plus in the recently completed IPL last season. I think he's been in the 11 because of those stellar performances.
It's a phase where you have to play boring cricket. You're going to try and make sure you retain the strike as much as possible. A single or a double comes off every ball that you face. Build a little bit of a partnership, a solid foundation. Then score your boundaries out of it. Because you find yourself behind the 8 ball in this situation. And from this point in, it's about having the patience to play boring cricket. And then give yourself a chance to score those big runs in the back end.
You're talking about boring cricket, singles and twos, you mean? They've done very well. They've done 18 singles and 8 twos since the power play. So that's exactly what India should be doing here. They're just trying to get into a good position, trying to build a platform. So 12 runs, 74 for 5.
জিনিসগুলো না করলেই হয় না।
Overs gone, 74 for 5. And we still don't have any news if Pratima is coming back or not. A lot of current and former players here at the ground. Pereira's on the ground. Well, Mage.
This is very right. Coming the Mendes is into the attack. Bit of left arm, bit of right arm. Yeah, Natish Pratima will be a big miss. Now tell me, how do you set the next 8 overs after the batting? What is the target you're after? 8 over 138, is that enough?
Yeah, I think if you look for between 130 and 140, you get to 150. But if you aim 150 from here, you probably end up with just 135, 138.
There's been a bit of turn. Dry pitch. Ball has held up tonight 2.5 degrees. Lovely hit. Up and over, short extra cover, that's a boundary.
And slightly pulled, and Shubman Gill is a quality player. He's not going to miss out. Plenty of win, a length was full. Almost a drop kick over extra cover. Wonderful shot. That's not the length. All the spinners who've been successful today have been pitching that delivery around 6 to 8 feet. Having the Mendes, yes, he's a part-timer. Going to be much shorter than that.
Oh, that went fast. So this is a fresh pitch, but we are getting the most turn here today. Look at the first two.
It is a dry pitch, Russ. Very dry. When I had a look at the wicket, it seemed pretty dusty. I reckon Kamindu was trying to hold that line, that length, and possibly one of those processes or progresses for Kamindu Mendes, given that he bowls ambidextrally. He'll have to find a way to be more consistent with his areas.
Preferred arm is the right arm. Had a surgery on that right arm.
And
hits, does not throw. Prefers to throw with the left arm. This is good. Got the boundary. Now we're working the gaps. Picking up the tools.
Walk into the scene as a bowler who could bat. Nowadays, it's better than the bowler. This is a bonus. I think in these kind of circles, in these conditions, a couple of overs from him, I think number 4 in the team is very valuable. Currently, this is not in contention for T20. But we need somebody to come by, get to the couple of overs instead. Someone goes off on a particular day, and that's coming to Mendy's way. That's how important he is with his team. 30 down, 81 for 5.
Interesting job he's got. It's I think one of the hardest jobs to do in India.
Full toss. Into the crowd she goes.
Always a good sign when you can get boundary or 6 of the first ball of the over. It's the first 6 of the game and you have to take the save. And Riyankara, every time the bowlers have gone in length or line, he's taken full toll of that mistake. Does the same on this occasion. This man is losing confidence.
It's gone wrong by a long way for Hasaranga.
That's a much better length. It's bowling it slow is important for those lengths. Yeah. Once in a while you can get it wrong by players of Riyad Maharaj. Tell you what, he's going to smash it.
He goes again. Hit it well enough. Go sixers in the over. India making their move.
Beautiful. Again. Holding it. A little bit fuller. Takes full toll. Riyankara has decided that if it's in his arm, he is going out of the park.
Way too full from Hasaranga. Not keeping on the batter. And that's the problem. Yes, toss it down, hold it a little slower. But get your body into it. That's when sticks. This will fall short of the Pratima Saren.
It does seem like in this over he's trying to purchase a wicket. He's trying to get the batter to play a shot, possibly make it a header. But Riyankara has been right on the bucket. Again, did hit it very, very well. Still has the power to send it all the way. And on the other end, young Shubman Gill accumulating away. Great batting this from Team India.
A wonderful batting by Shubman Gill. Picked up good early. Sometimes short, mid wicket. Always these two players are the first one out and completed ease. Just on the matter of running the muscle and slowing it down. And it's very important to hit the ball right left. Whenever it's fourth, even against Ramesh Mendis, Riyankara did go down the ground. So length is very important. Though you're a fast bowler, spin. Maybe to buy a wicket. These kind of bowlers want wicket for themselves.
You want it to dip, you need to get more body into it. 96 for 5 after 14. Smiles are back. Gale. Being the pilot. Being the batter holding that innings together. 48 of 34. Riyankara is looking to be the aggressor. Now all of a sudden the game's changed after the over of Hasaranga. Now India will be thinking thinking, forget that 130, Robbie. I think they could even be thinking 150, 160 now.
Well, I still think they should be thinking 140. When they get the 18th over, they find themselves pretty close there. The fact that Patirana is bowling today, or may not be bowling in the likelihood, you know that you need to give yourself the best chance to get 160 even if you don't lose a wicket from here for the next 4 overs.
Yes, that big over. That's now got India believing. Sri Lanka will be looking at each other's faces. As you mentioned, big miss Patirana. Now looking at the bowling options, where can Asalanka go?
And this is where you need to hold your wit about yourself as a batter. To be able to just play the situation, just play the over, say, okay, how many runs do I need of this over? Anywhere between 6 and 8 or 9 runs in an over. If I can continue to get 6 to 9 runs from this over to the 18th over, we get close to about 36, 35, 30, 36 runs in the next 4 overs. That takes me to 130. That means 2 overs to go. And I have Washington Sundar, who is the last recognized bat in the dugout. We can go hammer and ball play.
That'll be the 50 partnership. It can throw into the four. Left wait for a signal. Nothing from the umpire as yet. He's waiting. He's waiting to see if Sri Lanka want to review. That's when he'll give away with the slip by or if it's off the bat. Double time is being timed out. It's off the bat. 100 on the board.
Calculated risk by Shubman Gill. He has to come. It's been a while since Shubman did try one of those risky strokes. They have a good effect. Important mark.
There is touch. When you see it turn like this, Indian spinners will also get interested. They will think 150, 160. We are very much in the game.
Yeah, what was very nice about that shot was, even though he's trying to play the reverse sweep, he's trying to play into the ground. The angle of the bat, up to down. Trying to push for 2. No, set back, only 1. Again, clever batting by these 2 gents. Bowling forward, taking India through, playing simple, boring cricket, but getting that 1 odd boundary every over. And you're bound to get a big over along the way. And that just makes it easier.
Six off the Mendes over, 15 ball, 102 for 5. What a partnership. 54 or 40 for the 66th wicket between Parag and Gill. Asaranga's going to bowl his 14th in expensive. Now Patirana going through the motion now by the boundary line. Now if he doesn't come back, Sri Lanka's bowling options, Deekshana has 2, Asta Fernando has 2. That's where Asalanka will have to go to.
Absolutely. They come with the Mendes and Ramesh Mendes have won all 4 overs among themselves. I think that's done and dusted and has to be. And this is easy stopping. Nice ball by one of the Hassananga, slowed it down and beat them in the air. One of the Hassananga finally picks up his first wicket. That too, big wicket of Shubman Gill.
Stepped out, didn't get to it, knew it as soon as he stepped out. The second step when he was stepping out was very hesitant. And Hassananga gets his first wicket, but they may dismiss it for Shubman Gill. Goes after a well-made 39, upset with himself and rightfully so. India are 102 for 6.
Tisha Patirana is back on the field, and now, as it was a jarring when he dived, it's deemed an external injury and he can bowl straight away. So that's a big relief. He does look concerned. Gingerly, I would think, but a timely wicket though. Washington Sundar is the new batter. I could save Sri Lanka a few runs now. Shubman Gill, I thought he knew what he was doing. He was not looking for the length itself, but far too much turn to negotiate. That was the issue there. Batters to come for India: Ishnoi, Khalil Ahmed.
I would say safely the last. Beg your pardon. I would say safely the last recognized pair.
And Mohammad Siraj.
They throw the kitchen sink at it, but I'm hoping it connects. But Washi Sundar, on the other hand, 90 innings, decent average of 19 for a lower order batter, 350 is best of 50 for not out. It's only 24. He has worked very hard on his batting over the last few years. He was pretty one-dimensional when he came into the international cricket. This is the wicket. Shubman Gill probably stepped out of instinct more, but when he stepped out, he probably realized, oh, this one's turning. Then didn't reach it. And arms are very short off the start.
Well, Washington Sundar was in the under-19 team at the 16. That's in the air. Here's an opportunity. Deep in wicket. Takes it. Judges into perfection. That's Riyan Parag.
A rare cut any other day. Riyan Parag just smashed it out of park. So short, so slow. Only could get the elevation, not the distance. The time will well gain for Sri Lanka. Riyan Parag is a player in the death overs. He can be powerful. He can be brutal. Ramesh Mendis, very safe India. Is someone that loves to be around the outfields. Vanidhu Hassaram strikes for the second time Sri Lanka in his final over. Riyan Parag, batsman dismissed, called by Mendis. Ball by Hassan 26, yeah, 25.
Ishnoi keeps that out in Sasaranga's spell. 2 for 29. It's 105 for 7. For 7. Outstanding performance so far from Sri Lanka. Listen to the last 4 overs, the speculation around 150, and he's going to come back well to get to that number now. Just the last 2 set batsmen. And Sri Lanka will keep going with the spinners. Sonia Patirana at the bowling crease.
The option of bowling either Asif Panan or Mahesh Desh in the last 4 overs. Sri Lanka sticking to coming to Memphis mainly because 2 batters are new at the pitch. Slowing it down.
It's gone straight. Timing was very good. Much needed boundary for India.
This is the risk you take. The quality bowlers in India, Asif and Mahesh Desh, and still bowls. I mean, this half volley or in part full toss. then easily Washington Sundar is a very good batter.
Honestly, well, pitch helping you like this. The most important thing you can do is hit the right length. Let the pitch help you out. Job for that man to do. Ravi Vishnoy, strike rate is the feature. Not many opportunities. 33 runs in 33 matches. Goes over the offside, no timing, which is just as well, doesn't carry.
Yeah, after losing Gill in the previous over, got spectacular from Priyan Parag. He hit it for a couple of sixes and would have backed himself to go again. Unfortunately for India, 2 wickets in the same over.
Not that impressed though. Priyan Parag was the one player with Shubha Gill who showed some temperament, read the situation, maturity in the crease. A little critical, I think, two batsmen in particular that sit in the dressing room being disappointed with the way they got out. It's Sanju Samson who got his opportunity at number 3. And then, of course, a promotion for Rinku at 4. It's a beautiful shot. Connects with it well. That will run away for the second boundary in the over. On 16-7. Teaching a 2 for 16. Most likely will hold 2 of the final 3 overs. That's a good shot. Highest score of just 9. Well on its way. That's Ravi Vishnoy to improve upon that.
It's a good option taken. With the turn, slow pitch, nice hit position, just rolling long ball. All around the ground, surprising many.
Continues to bowl with some pace. He was very good at this first allocation, responsible for 2 of those wickets. Well, as we've done in the series, power play, middle overs, and the defensive piece. Dean to judge.
Status.
Correct. Very much like it in the power play. 1 wicket down. The 72 after being 30 for 4. That's exactly what India needed through that middle phase, and it's set the mark for them. Losing those 2 wickets quickly upset batsmen. Just put them back on the back foot once again. But they've enjoyed this performance from Sri Lanka, who were a little sloppy in the field the first 2 games. They've been excellent tonight.
Ran 2 wickets well in the power play, but Sri Lanka's captaincy has been tested. Good effort from Kusal Pereira to the backing up honors. But post the power play, after Sri Lanka lost Matirana, he's rotated his bowlers really well, kept it under control.
Oh, that is a ripper. Not much you can do with that. Look at the speed, just 85 kilometres an hour. That's what we've been asking for. Slow it up a little bit.
The difference is, Scotty, when he bowls a carrot ball, he prefers, and he has so much control, bowling it quickly.
Whenever he bowls the off spinner, he has much more control. He could bowl slower. And that's what we saw in the power play. As well as the last delivery, 2 deliveries ago. That's the difference. And all of a sudden, from 104, third delivery came down to 85.
Let's watch the pitch. Just explodes. That is a good sign for India's spinners. 2 of which both are out there in the middle at the moment.
It's gone high in the air, not timed. I'll push for 2.
Will get there easily. 4 runs only from the 18th, 120 for 7. From Sri Lanka's point of view, your wickets falling throughout, and that is the best way to keep the opposition and their scoreboard just a little behind where they want it to be. English Mendez, another over, so the spin to continue.
And the option of as a defender for Sri Lanka, but is sticking to the spinners. Shows that it's not easy to get a big away and struggle to open wicket or go down the ground.
Kakirana's back out on the field, and he hasn't had a bowl yet, so I think Tixina will bowl the final over.
That's a beautiful shot in again.
They need a lot more of these to India.
Washington Sundar quite happy facing Ramesh Mendis at the moment. They're just maximizing the runs. Maybe Sri Lanka, after the previous over, prompted by that big turn of Teekshana's off break, bring on Ramesh Mendis. Washington Sundar up the task. The left-arm spinner was started for a reverse sweep by Bishnoi. Same treatment by Washington Sundar.
It's not so much that he's not been given a bowl, but then with that shoulder injury, why is he even out there? What is the point of keeping Patirana out there in the middle? I don't want him to do any further damage.
That's a unique. He's not bowling in the field as another dive, and he's going to over damage his shoulder. That's what you like to see last. So I don't understand why. Still, as the brand has got 2 rows in case Sri Lanka does not want to see bowling option.
That's another one of those deliveries. And the question we were talking about at the back end of the last over in Tixina was how well the spinners have done. Along with the man of David, who from the city.
Skips the work, and it might be a close decision.
They will go upstairs, no doubt, and have a look. So far, the umpire has not signalled it, so he was happy.
Yeah, I thought Bishnoi was late to start off the blocks. Maybe a direct hit would have had it. Maybe he didn't even collect the ball, Kusal Mendis.
That's a good decision again. Got past us then as well, didn't it? The umpires in this series, by and large, I think have been very good too. Final ball of the over. Need to find the boundary. That is another wire down the leg side.
With them was watching from India. We'll be happy to see that. Outside the yards coming away the next time.
Placement not quite there, straight to the fieldsman. Pick up the signal off the final delivery. 8 runs from it, 128-7.
of substance, real power. And Schuppengill, the baby goat. And the question around Tiksha, with the slow delivery, but really stopping its tacky surface and turning, is there a case where that he almost puts the carom ball away for this and just bowl those off spinners, particularly to the left hand?
I think that's what he did quite well today. He went for Jaiswal and Washington Super. We take the last inning against Bishnoi. It was 92.3. That was the carom ball, much more slower.
Sonal gets really quick, but even he can't stop the two.
Firstly, I think this pitch is turning way more than the previous one used. Only 2 pitches for this series. And with India having 3 spinners in the next video, Washington Sugar back in the lineup, definitely think we have a game on our hands.
3. But happy with the round drive as well. That was the third. That was the fourth. Oh boy, Yashasvi Joswal was warming up this morning. Maybe he's been trying to get in the ear of the captain as well.
Not a bad idea on the surface.
He has been warming up every game with leg spinners in practice, almost exclusively with his bowling. Short ball, this could be all the way, is it? No, it will bounce over. Went early with the call, and it does go all the way for 6, and much needed. 6 runs for India.
Young Chaman Vikram Singh, I'll be able to remember, bowled really well with the no ball, 4 overs and 17, picked up his main wicket of Sanju Samson. This could have been taken. In fact, should have been taken at this level. He had the height, just palmed it over, unlucky Chaman Vikram Singh.
Right, pick them up. He comes in, shows the fight. And a very good innings from Washington Sugar comes to an end.
A bit late, but this partnership's added 32, out of which Washington's got 25. An attempt in reverse speed once again, back and stuck in the turf. And Tikshana has his third. But an important innings. India could have been bundled out to 120, they're now at 137. Washington goes for 25, India 137 for 8.
They're going to try and get through. He hits his out. He does brilliant moving. Brownman to finish the innings. Sharka, 20 overs of excellence. And they will keep India down to just 137 for 9.
And that was a missed chance by Kusal. That's the reaction of my station. It was a disappointment. He made a bit bullseye and stops there. Pulling it quicker. 105 clicks. Kusal Mendes. Score that Sohan Srivastava last man to go. Brilliant effort by Sri Lanka. All went to the power play, set the tone, picked up 4 wickets. Since then, they have been in control. But the whole match